It finishes Fulham 2, Liverpool 2. This is what Arne Slot had to say after the game. So many points have disappeared for us. Of course, it's frustrating. We rely throughout the whole season on luck and bad luck, and that is something we have to improve. That a shot in the last minute doesn't lead to us losing points, and that is what we are trying. We haven't done that yet. Frank Leboeuf is still with us, but Stevie, I rudely interrupted your thoughts on the winning goal.
Yes, but what's he talking
game
about?
time. Yeah, game time goal.
We'll talk about that in a moment, but let's just talk about the equaliser.
Well, if you look at the equaliser, so they think it's a throw-in. So everybody's back. They think it's going to be a long throw. Now, as soon as you see that the throw-in's going to be short, somebody has to be in charge, whether it's either of the centre-backs, your captain probably should be, or your goalkeeper, to push everybody out. Instead, they all stand on the 6-yard box, including the goalie. There are 9 Liverpool players standing on the 6-yard box.
Who thought Harrison Reed was going to do that?
That's not the point. The point is, what you try and do is you try and cut. When you're playing the game, you try to cut down percentages. That's what you're doing. You're doing things. If you can win the ball, 100%, there you go. But then you're starting to go right.
Isn't that a 1 in a million shot when you're talking about percentages? Harrison Reed said he'd never do that again.
Yeah, and that's all great, and he deserves praise, and well done, Fulham. But from a Liverpool point of view...
Can you just do your well done, Fulham again, please?
Yeah. From a Liverpool point of view, the basics of defending, when the ball comes backwards, then you move out. Everybody just stood. I mean, it's schoolboy defending is what it is. But, again, I'm not taking away from the strike.
It sounds like you are.
If there's somebody closer to him, and he has to be hurried, and he's not able to get himself in a perfect spot, size up the situation, I've got plenty of time here. That's not how it should be. Somebody should have been sprinting out to him to put him off. But they weren't. And that's why they lost 2 points.
Wasn't this just one of those things, a moment of genius?
That was absolutely fantastic. The goal is nothing to take away from it. But I agree with Stevie. And I was with Olivier Dacour, the former Everton and Leeds player. And we say, why Van Dijk is not sprinting towards Reed? Why he's waiting? Because he has nobody to mark and he's not doing anything. He's going a little bit forward. And then he put his hands on the back and then wait. Instead of sprinting. That is the one guilty for that. Well, yes, of course, Reed maybe wouldn't have done anything to that shot, but you have to try. You have to try to disturb and put pressure on Reed, and this is what Van Dijk didn't do. But yeah, what a goal! What a crazy goal, and for a guy who almost never scored a goal.
Yeah, not bad at all. Right, back to Arne Slot's quotes, talking about luck and about how things haven't worked out or they haven't made their own luck enough, Stevie, so far this season.
They've got exactly what they deserve to do.
Right, nothing to do with luck.
Nothing to do with luck at all. So, you know, they're unlucky that they end up having to play Szoboszlai and Curtis in the wide areas attacking. Now, that's bad luck, that you've got that amount of injuries, that you have to do that. But at the same time, when you step on the field, you can't run around saying, well, we're unlucky today, we don't have so. Now you've got to play. And they didn't play. I mean, Fulham just went like that, right? I tell you what, you can have it and try and beat us. And guess what? Liverpool didn't even try and beat them. You know, it's one thing to have 500 or 600 passes, but there has to be a purpose of why you're passing it. You don't just pass it around, well, we'll just keep it for 90 minutes and we'll get a point. You have to be positive. And what happens? You know, we talk about the modern game, and there are certain things that, whether you played in 1910 or 2010 or now,
or 100.
There are certain things that are the same then as they are today. And that one is, the object of the game is to go that way towards the opposition goal. And so to be positive when you get the ball, your first touch, unless somebody's squeezing you tight, your first touch has to be a positive one to go forward.
Yeah.
And what happens is, it's a domino effect. Because your teammates see you being positive, you're looking to go forward, so they'll start moving, or they'll drop off, and people will make runs. But when you get the ball, and you go backwards, and stand on it, and stop the game, everybody shuts down. Everybody goes to sleep.
And where does that come from? Who has to take responsibility for that?
It comes from the man on the ball, and it comes from the coach at the start of the game, who, yes, you want to keep the ball, but you know what? The object of the game is to go forward. So we need to be positive. And the first half was frightening. I mean, you said it was boring. I'll tell you what, it was worrying, absolutely worrying.
I can even take it even further, Stevie, and I would say it's not just the decision to play the ball backwards. You rarely see, if you watch Liverpool play today, you rarely saw any players that once they pass the ball to actually sprint into a position to get the return pass or put themselves in a position where they can get a return pass. So many times, and it doesn't matter who it was, whether it was McAllister, whether it was Florian Wirtz, they pass the ball sideways or back and then slow jog. There was never a purpose of, I'm passing this ball so that then I can get in that space and get it again, or at the very least, drag a defender with me so that a passing lane is open. It's all A to B to C, slow in the movement of the ball and slow in the movement of the player.
Frank?
Yeah, Arne Slot was talking about the luck. You know, if he's talking about bad luck or good luck, he has to talk about the first game that they had at the beginning of the season, where they were winning every time the last minute because of luck. So you have to force the luck to come and to be on your side. That's what it is. And it goes with what Ali and Stevie just said. You have to go forward in order to maybe show that moment where the luck has to go your side. And it's what happened last season with Liverpool and never happened to this season or right now, because they don't force it, because they don't go forward, because they don't try it. They are in one gear, same gear, and they don't go forward, they go sideways. It's why maybe they don't have that luck that he's talking about.